Nigerian soldier reveals deep and dark secrets in the Nigerian army, how senior officers in the army and cabals in government are behind the insecurity in Nigeria.
The security situation of Nigeria, do you think it's going to get better anytime soon?
Honestly speaking, I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon.
Why do you say so?
Because it's deeper than what we think. It's deeper than what people see. Because there are a lot of players behind the insecurity going on currently in Nigeria. People that are supposed to fight the insecurity, they are behind it.
Can you tell us some of the things you experience that is making you speak this way?
I'll give an example. In Zamfara, we had an intel about a particular guy that manufactures AK-47. So we got the order to go arrest this person. When we got to the community, we saw this man with more than 50 AK-47.
Wow.
He has lived almost all of his life in Russia. He knows how to manufacture weapons. So we arrested this guy, and 15 to 20 minutes later, we got a call from someone at the top, and we were ordered to release him at that spot. And not just to release him, to escort him back. So we had to let him go instantly.
Wow.
That is just one of the things we face, because as soldiers, we obey orders, we don't question orders. So if we're ordered to do something, we do it. If we're ordered to release somebody, we just follow the orders.
I can't believe this. What are some of the other things you've experienced that has made you conclude that it will be difficult for insecurity to stop in Nigeria?
You know, I've worked with some paramilitary as well. Not just the army. Like, the army is not just responsible for the insecurity in the country. Like, I've worked with paramilitaries, and I have seen a situation whereby police were called that they were robbers, that some robbers were robbing people on the highway, and they received a call not to disturb those robbers.
Are you serious?
Honestly.
Jesus Christ, I find this hard to believe.
That's why I said it's deeper than what people see or people think. If you're not in it, I just feel like insecurity for now is not going anywhere. And sorry to say, it might be getting worse, because nobody is doing anything about it. Kidnappers, they're being paid ransom. Armed robbers, even if they get caught, they'll be released. The system, not just the system, is corrupt.
The system is corrupt.
The system is just so corrupt.
Wow, this is really crazy. So tell us about your experience with the Chibok girls.
I'll say it's a nightmare, because we lost some good people, some good soldiers. When we went to rescue those Chibok girls, this particular place was Damboa. So we went there, and already they knew we were coming. So some of them dashed, they ran away. And the ones that we met, we exchanged fire with them. At some point, they tried using the women as cover.
As shield.
As shield, because they know we will not engage. Though none of the women were killed, but the Boko Harams that we killed, surprisingly, these women were upset with us.
The Chibok girls.
The Chibok girls, the ones we met, they were 21 in numbers. They were crying because we killed their husbands. Because some of them have kids already.
Oh.
Some of them, all of them are married to the Boko Haram there.
Stockholm syndrome.
So they were upset. They were not ready to leave that bush. They were fighting us for killing their husbands. Even when we tried forcing them inside our healers to bring them back to town, they refused. We had to apply force to bring them back.
So the Chibok girls were not even interested to be rescued?
They were not. They were not.
It seems they were really comfortable with this.
they were okay there because
they had fallen in love with the bandits.
I just don't understand the reason why, but we were all surprised because we came to rescue you people, but they were fighting us because we've killed their husbands.
Wow, this is crazy.
The army, soldiers are doing a lot, but people only get to see the negative side on social media. But when it comes to Boko Haram, bandits, and the rest, we've lost so many soldiers. The civil population don't get to feel what we're feeling.
The trauma
and everything.
The things you have to lose. Yeah.
Because for every soldier that has been in Operation Lafia Dole in Borno State, once you leave that bush, you will never be the same. At some point, you will become something you never thought you would be. Probably a monster. Because you have to do some certain things to survive. It's either you kill or get killed. As long as you're posted to Borno State, that's just the only option you have.
So you have to pull the trigger at all times?
You just have to pull the trigger.
At what age did you join the Nigerian army?
I was barely... Though the age to join the army is 18, but I was barely 17 when I joined the army because it was easier for me because I came from a military background. My dad is also a soldier. My uncle is a soldier. I have cousins and my elder brother is also a soldier. So it was easier for me because all my life it has always been about the military. It's the only thing I know.
So at the point you got involved in military combat, were you disappointed to realize that the structure is corrupt?
Very disappointed.
You didn't know that before now?
I grew up in the barracks, but I never knew
it was deeper
than what I was saying until I got into the system and I realized that it's just too much. It's just too much. I never thought that... I was in secondary school when Boko Haram started their struggle. I never thought that it would last to the point that I would come and join that fight. Which I did. And till date, Boko Haram is still existing.
Do you think that fight is ever going to end?
I don't know. But I don't think it's going to end anytime soon because a lot of people are benefiting from it. A lot of people are benefiting from it.
There was someone I interviewed. What do you mean by a lot of people are benefiting from it? Do you want to say something about that?
Whenever the government brings money for certain things, those things are not done. The money doesn't get to the right places and the right people, especially for weapons, ammunition, feeding. Certain people benefit from it. And also, when some soldiers die in the bush, the families are not aware that the governments are supposed to pay them.
Oh, so they are supposed to pay the family?
Yeah.
And some of these families don't get any payment.
They don't get any payment.
Like how much is it? Is it supposed to?
I don't know.
You don't know. But they are entitled
They are
to.
entitled.
Wow.
Even if you've served just one day in the army and you died in...
Your family is entitled to a certain amount of money.
But a lot of people are not aware. So that money is being paid.
Yeah.
But someone is benefiting
from it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So for some people, the whole Boko Haram thing is a means of income to them. And they'll do anything not to stop that income from coming.
Because they are making so much
money from it.
That's crazy. Somebody I interviewed said that he was adopted by Boko Haram and he noticed that Red Cross, Nigerian Red Cross and some NGOs were involved. They were even supporting these Boko Haram people. They will bring them supplies. So I don't know if that statement is true or false.
It's very true.
Are you sure?
We've known about certain NGOs that they will come to our camp, collect information, go to Boko Haram camp and give them details.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, at some point, we had to stop NGOs from coming to the camp. Till date, NGOs don't go to certain places where soldiers are in that Borno state.
They were leaking information.
The numbers of soldiers, the kind of weapons, everything they see, they get to report back to Boko Haram.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it's what that person said, he's right. It's true.
And it's possible these NGOs are making so much money too.
Yeah.
From this insurgency.
They are making money from it too. That's why I said a lot of people are benefiting from it. A lot of people.
Wait, though, why are these NGOs supporting these bandits, this Boko Haram?
Because it's a means of income to them.
And they give them supplies.
Yes.
There
are people that also contribute to these NGOs because so many people have lost their homes. So many people in Borno State don't have a home right now. So many people would donate to these NGOs thinking they are helping these people. But the NGOs are helping themselves. But they still have some NGOs with good intentions.
Yeah.
But most of them are corrupt.
Very corrupt. I've watched some documentaries. I also hear that there are some human rights organizations that think that these bandits and kidnappers, these Boko Haram people, should not be attacked.
True.
You understand that they should be arrested and not executed.
True.
Is that statement true?
Very true. Some human rights, they don't value the lives of soldiers, but they value the lives of these insurgents, Boko Haram. Boko Haram, to them, Boko Haram can kill soldiers, but soldiers cannot just kill Boko Haram. That is the reason why a certain human rights, they sued the army because they felt like the army was killing Boko Haram unjustly. They've sued the army entirely, the chief of army staff. Like, they just feel like soldiers are supposed to not harm these terrorists. We should arrest them and they should follow the proper channel, which they don't. Because we've seen cases where you will arrest somebody and the person will come back in a week later with a fresh attack. And most of the time, we don't go to their camp. They come to our camp. Come to our camp. They launch the attack most of the times. Leaving your family behind, you will get to bond with different people, your colleagues. You will bond and have this brotherhood. Or at the end of the day, you might just lose somebody you're talking to in the next 5 minutes.
The feeling of going to the war front and then returning alone. You're not returning with your brothers.
Most times, if we're not experiencing an attack when the camp, like those that will be on duty will be on duty, then the rest of us will be playing card, Ludo. Then the next 10 minutes, there will be an attack. And after the attack, you just realize the person you were playing with is dead.
Chai.
And sometimes the trauma that comes with it is seeing a friend of yours that was shot, but he's not dead yet. Then he's calling you for help. You can't go to him because you will get shot too. Then him dying, your conscience will fight you like you were supposed to go help him. But deep down, you know, once you leave your cover, you will get shot because Boko Haram, they are trained. They have snipers as well.
Mm-hmm.
So once you leave your trench, you're done for. Most Nigerians feel like soldiers are just heartless and they don't relate well with civilians, but it's not true. With the level of commitment that I'm not saying this because I'm a soldier, I'm saying this because I have seen the passion, the commitment from a lot of soldiers. Like, we just want this country to be better, peaceful. But it's deeper than us and it's bigger than us.